Hey, greetings, everyone. Lieutenant Colonel Alan West, Senior Fellow with the Media Research Center. You know, just this past weekend, I had the incredible opportunity once again to attend the 1st Infantry Division 99th reunion in Lombard, Illinois, just outside of Chicago. The reason why we were there this year is because the 1st Infantry Division Museum, and the 1st Infantry Division is the oldest longest running infantry division for the United States of America. It's located in Cantigny Park there in Chicago. And it was great to walk through the 1st Infantry Division Museum. It was my first time doing it. They've done some recent renovations. But think about this. 100 years ago right now, the 1st Infantry Division was deployed over there. They had just finished the battle in Cantigny. They had done a battle in Soissons. They were conducting operations in Saint-Mihiel. And they were also going to end up doing their operations in the Meuse-Argonne forest. They were successful. They were victorious. In November, 100 years ago, 1918, the war that was supposed to be the war to end all wars, the Great War, was over, World War I. But the 1st Infantry Division was also called back into service in World War II. They landed and they fought in North Africa. They were unsuccessful in their first major engagement against the armies of Nazi Germany, led by Erwin Rommel in North Africa, the place called Kasserine Pass. But they were able to recover from that, and they were successful later on in North Africa. And then they moved on, incredibly so, to Sicily, and they pushed the Italian fascists and the Nazi Germans off of Sicily. But the greatest moment for the 1st Infantry Division, without a doubt, has to be their landing at Omaha Beach on June the 6th of 1944. And it was so great that there were 3 members of the 1st Infantry Division from World War II that attended the reunion. 2 of those men share the same regiment that I served with in Operation Desert Shield, Desert Storm, the 16th Infantry Regiment, Andy Anderson and Ray Lambert. And to know that you were there sitting with a piece of history was just absolutely incredible. Those men who hit the beaches when those rams went down and liberated Germany. They fought all the way across, liberated France. They fought all the way across the incredible European continent. They participated in the Battle of the Bulge. They fought through the Hürtgen Forest. They pressed on into Germany and ended up liberating a Nazi concentration camp in Czechoslovakia. The 1st Infantry Division did not serve in the Korean War, but they did serve throughout the Cold War. And as well, they were called into service in Vietnam. Many of those men were there at the reunion. They were young, they were draftees. And the thing is that they did what this country asked them to do. They never lost a tactical engagement on the ground. But we did lose Vietnam at the strategic level in the halls of the White House and the Pentagon, and some of the decisions that were made based upon the media and not the men and women that were on the ground. 2 of the most important words that were said over the past weekend there at the 1st Infantry Division reunion were welcome home. Words that many of them did not hear when they came back from Vietnam, much different from those who came back from World War I and World War II. And my opportunity to serve and earn a combat patch of the 1st Infantry Division came in 1991, when I was a young captain serving as the Task Force Fire Support Officer for the 2nd of the 16th Infantry Regiment, Rangers. And what we did in those 100 hours was unprecedented. Many prognosticators thought that it would be the mother of all battles, but we proved that we were trained and ready. And it was an honor to be a part of 2nd Brigade, the Dagger Brigade of the 1st Infantry Division, to secure Safwan Airfield for the surrender talks with the Iraqi army. And still to today, the 1st Infantry Division, the men and women who wear that patch that we call the Big Red One, they serve fighting against Islamic fascism and jihadism and terrorism. They're deployed to Eastern Europe and Poland and the Baltic states right now to continue to be that bulwark against an expansionist Russia. But one of the things I have to ask myself, when we look at what is happening in the United States of America, what has penetrated our country now, is much of that which the 1st Infantry Division has fought against. Once upon a time, the 1st Infantry Division fought against National Socialism. Now we have the rise of democratic socialism here in the United States of America. The 1st Infantry Division stood against the spread of communism across Europe and also across Southeast Asia. But isn't it quite perplexing that West Point just recently commissioned, then of course they did discharge him, a young lieutenant by the name of Spencer Rapone, who under his uniform on his graduation day wore a t-shirt of Che Guevara, and inside his hat it said communism will win. How can a young man take an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America if he believes in an ideology that is the antithesis of it and he seeks to undermine it? And even here in the United States of America, we do have signs of Islamic jihadism, definitely terrorism, a belief system that is quite contrary to what we believe in individual rights and freedoms here on our shores. In 1991, Muhammad Akram wrote his explanatory memorandum, his strategic guidance for the Muslim Brotherhood here in the United States of America. That document was found during an FBI raid in a home in Northern Virginia in 2004. You can go and look online and see it translated. And it talks about their strategy, the Muslim Brotherhood, the grandfather of Islamic terrorism here in the United States of America. And it lists the organizations that they will use to, well, further that objective and those goals. So we have to ask ourselves, it was the 99th reunion of the Big Red One, the 1st Infantry Division. But many of the enemies, many of the adversaries that we have faced over these incredible 100 years somehow found a home here in the United States of America. See, when we take our oath, we take an oath to support and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and to bear true faith and allegiance through the same. Because we stand and we fight. We stand on freedom's ramparts for that which embodies the American people. It is not just a geographic place, it's an ideal. But what is happening to that ideal in the United States of America? The motto of the 1st Infantry Division, America's 1st Division, is no mission too difficult, no sacrifice too great, duty first.